Hello Year 4, I'm Ellen Parker and I'm your Year 4 SSC lead. I'm here today to tell you how the SSC is going to run this year. As you know, the SSC period runs from the 23rd of May until the 8th of July. However, this year you'll be submitting your written work on the 4th of July, which is the Monday. The remainder of that week will be made up of various sessions that we're putting together for you. So it is important to remember 4th of July submission date. We'll be reminding you of that a lot throughout the year. So how are we going to run it? Well, it comes in 4 stages really. So the first stage is we need you to find a project. Previous years, in Year 3, 2 and 1, we've given you projects and you've chosen one of those projects and you have run with it. However, this year is very different. This year, you find the project. You find someone, an area that you're really interested in, and you run with that. You design the project and you run with it. So what are the options available to you? Well, you could be doing something that is research-based, whether that be in a lab or possibly just research within the clinical area. It can be audit, service evaluation, or it could be something from medical education. And we've had some wonderful pieces of work done over the past from medical education, really good. So you've got until the middle of November to start thinking about your project, and I'll be sending you out a BOSS survey. In that BOSS survey, I just need to know, have you come up with an idea? Have you found someone? And if you haven't, how can I help? We will be releasing a directory of expertise. However, this was a little bit different from the one you had in Year 3. The one you had in Year 3 had projects in it. This time, it will just be various tutors from various places who are willing to take a student and help them design a project. So if you haven't managed to find anyone by November, we will be releasing that at the start of November for you to have a little look and see if you can find somebody from that. Another survey will be coming out in December. Now the survey in December is where I want you to write up your proposal. Every project proposal is reviewed by a member of the SSC team, most of them by myself. So we will read every one of them. Don't think we don't. Now, this needs to be submitted by the 23rd of January. Again, more dates. We'll put them up at the end for you. When they've been submitted, we read through each of them and we let you know whether they've been approved or not. You cannot carry out an SSC project unless it's had approval from the SSC team. Okay? We've had that in the past where students have just carried on with their projects without approval and it won't get passed. Okay? So you have to, the first stage is you have to get it's approved. Now about 30% of you will have your project sent back to you and we'll say, no, for one reason or another, the proposal is not up to scratch, okay? Now on Learning Central, you will find a link that will explain to you how to do a good proposal, okay? We've got some examples in there of very good ones, excellent ones, mediocre ones as well, so that you can see the type of detail we'll need. The majority of those proposals are returned because there's not enough detail in them. We set out how we want it written up. It is written up through a BOSS survey, so we do lead you through each step, okay? And how we want you to show us how you're going to spend your weeks each week to make sure that you are doing enough work to constitute 6 weeks worth of work. Okay? That will need to be submitted, like I said, by the middle of January, and we'll get all those back to you, all right? So you've found your project, you've written your proposal, it's now been approved. Now you sit back and relax and study for the ISCEs, okay? And we'll start everything up on the 23rd of May. That's pretty much it. Now, some of the other things we've got coming in at the end is we are putting on some sessions between the 4th of July when you submit the work and the 8th of July. We'll be putting on some really interesting external speakers and some sessions for you then. As it stands at the moment, they will be virtual. Hopefully we'll try and do something face-to-face, but they will be virtual. Now at the very end of your year, you have your Year 3-4 conference. We are running that, and I'd like to tell you at this point, it will be virtual. During that time, when your tutors are marking your work, so your project tutors, not the in-house lecturers, but the project tutors who take you through your project will be the ones who mark your work. We ask them to nominate any students they think who are excellent. Now those students will be invited to present their work in the conference and potentially be given a prize. And that will be a prize that you, as peers, will decide who wins that. Okay, so that's how that will be running, but there'll be more details of that later on. But other than that, at the moment, I'm just going to ask you to go out and see if you can find a project. If you have any problems or any queries, you can drop me an email. My email is parkereat@cardiff.ac.uk, and I'll be putting up some more information on the slides that follow this. So take care, enjoy the last couple of days of sunshine before we hit winter, and I'll be in touch soon. Bye.